might go into default. Wireless microphone. Okay, so now maybe you could hear me. Let me see if that worked. Fuck. Always like technical issues, right? Let me see if that worked. Let me see if that worked. Yeah, now it's going. Now it's going. All right. Well, people, thank you. Nobody's in the chat. Welcome, bow betters. Welcome to MMA Sip and Smoke, where I'm your boy Roberto. We talk about MMA, we talk about cigars, we talk about beer. We have the Hazecraft. Let me grab it from the fridge right here, guys. Give me a moment. Right here in the kitchen. In the kitchen, cooking it up. The Great Lakes Hazecraft. Great Lakes Hazecraft and Aurora Maduro Bellicoso, which is cooking over there in the sun. We try to get this all going a lot sooner. Thank you guys for your patience. We are live at this moment. Anybody that checks in, please check in. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. All my new Dookie brothers, bless you. Hope you're having a good day. It's another beautiful sunny afternoon in Chicago. I was almost at San Francisco, and I had another cup. I had to go. Like I have other stuff in outside is where I try to set up. I think it was the sun that created some problems. We're still gonna have the cigar. We're gonna have the La Aurora cigar. We're gonna start this indoors, right? Is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start this indoors. Let me put this beer back too. And let me get a colder one. You know, we got to keep them cold. You know, we want them frosty. You don't want that shit lukewarm. We want it almost like slush. Oh, when you're over here in Chicago, you want that shit almost slushy. You know what I mean? You want it slushy almost, you know? So we're going to fucking grab this over here. Oh, we'll get the Stella cup. Let me get the Stella cup. Ooh, that's okay. Always rinse your cups off. We're rinsing them off. Boom, 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 boom. Get the frosty Hazecraft over here, and I got the Bellicoso coming. So we're in the kitchen. We're mixing it up. It's nice over here in the kitchen. Actually, not a bad space. I understand why my brother likes it so much. It's comfortable. Everything's, you know, you wash your hands real quick. You can cook real quick, right? So we're gonna have this is weird. No, not weird. We always start with the beer. I think I don't know if I always start with the beer or the. I love these Stella glasses. You know why? Because this little point right here, where you put your thumb, and you hold it like a champagne. Love it, love it. So welcome, bow betters. It's your boy Roberto, giving you the best picks, giving you the best beer, smoking the best cigars with you all the time. We are here all the time. Not necessarily wish we were here like once a week or more consistent with it, but anybody that comes in, anybody that watches this, please comment, like, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe. Participate in the chat. Chat is actually more important to me. That way I could actually like feed off of you and I could actually like give a commentary to something that you guys may be interested or discussing. I haven't even opened up the whole MMA thing. I've had this like the past 30 minutes, like these technical issues that you guys don't need to worry about. But we have the Great Lakes and Great Lakes Brewing Company. I normally like reviewing, yes, local, right here in the Midwest and in Chicago. But I wish I could also, and I prefer to review things that you guys could get at your local area, like nationally. So this is a tough one. But look through my history and look through the history of my videos. Let me play my theme music. Let me play my theme music because I just want to play the theme music. I just like hearing D-Rest theme music. Let's hear it. Come on. Play. Why is it not doing that? Why is it not doing it? Man, the technical issues. And it's me. It's not knowing. It's not knowing. It's not knowing like the computer so well. There it goes. There it goes. You guys know. There we go. That should change it. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. D-Rest with my music. I got my theme music going. I feel like KRS-One. Let me raise it up. Let me raise it up. Adjust the music. We'll play it again. We'll play it again. Nobody's here. Play it again. Yeah. D-Rest with my music. I got my theme music going. Yeah, nobody's in the chat. Nobody's listening. What's the point of these lives? Huh. Welcome, Outbatters. It's your boy, Roberto, giving you the best beer reviews. Great Lakes Hazecraft. Great can, great graphic, good beer in the afternoon. I got the Aurora Maduro cigar waiting for me outside. We're gonna transport this outside as soon as the sun moves a little bit. Let's get in the chat. If somebody cops in the chat, please like and subscribe. Yeah, Great Lakes Hazecraft. Look at there's the information on it. It'll give you the like a little description of it as well. Right, Great Lakes. There's a can. Really nice can. Really nice design. People crafting up. You know how we craft it up? Wow. Man, somebody was on there at one moment. Now I got nobody there. But we're still gonna be drinking, sipping, and smoking. I think I'm gonna still smoke. I should hold off, you know. I should hold off. I'm going to dinner with my mom, so you can't get too lit. You know, we're gonna get lit. Lighting this shit up, but I can't get too lit, you know. And it is hot out there. I think it was the heat that caused the technical difficulties earlier, right? So let me make sure I'm still broadcasting again. Yeah. Oh, the music's still playing, or it just finished. All right, it just finished. It just finished, guys. It just finished. It's your boy. Somebody, please come in the chat. Holy crap! I guess you can continue to do this and not care, and people just. I'm amazed that like thousands of people will watch somebody play gamble or play pinball or watch something that is so mundane. Like I myself do it, but there's actually commentary to it. Like I like the cement guy in Wisconsin. You know, I like the rug cleaner in New York. I could actually watch the rug cleaning. Yesterday I watched, it was one of the best videos I've ever watched in my life, where the guy is in Korea making Japanese ramen, and he makes everything from scratch, down to the seaweed, like everything. The seaweeds even like he even processes. I was so impressed by that. Like, sure, he didn't process his own spices like his pepper and all these other little spices that he probably used, but he used the pork, the beef. He made his own pasta. The broth was insane. I didn't realize, like, all right, so here's, hey guys, this is again the Hazecraft. I'm gonna give it very light, very nice, very drinkable. 8.5, guys. 8.5. Not 9 Club, because it doesn't have like a lot of, it doesn't have a complex palate. It has like 2 notes to it, which is fine. Highly drinkable. Like, this is like get your ass drunk beer. Like, you drink this, it's highly drinkable. Like, it's one of those IPAs that you have to be careful, these hazy IPAs, because it's still decent, alcohol volume. It's 6.7, right? 6.7 alcohol volume. But you could get your ass fucked up off this because it's highly drinkable. Like, you could drink this really fast, and it's still a pretty strong beer. It's not like your Bud Lights at 3% or 4%, 3% I think they are, or even your cheap malt beers, which I have no problem with, right? Like, if you're drinking like Czech Var, which I've shown here before, or Beck's, or some of these other like stuff that you would get in Canada. I think we here in America, we're spoiled. Well, I'm spoiled. We have some of the best beers that you could even imagine, from anywhere, especially here in Chicago, because we have the water. And I've mentioned this before in a lot of my beer and cigar reviews. Um, that's why beers from Michigan, Detroit, Wisconsin, the Great Lakes, and this is the Great Lakes Brewing Company. We have the water. We have the water that is the water from the Rockies, and that's why they make good beer out there too. California, from that runoff from the Rocky Mountains, great shit. But we have our water here from the north with as much snow, if not more, like more snowfall, right here in the Midwest, and that's why beer companies historically have been successful here. Like, and that's why we are now, again, I think we are the focus and center. Maybe not. Some other people might, contest that. But we have a lot of breweries here, man. Like, everything you get here. I had my choice from Old Irving, Maplewood, Pipeworks, all these beers in the fridge at my local grocery store. Like, not even, like, don't have to go to a specialty beer place, right? Or liquor store. Like, in the liquor stores even have more. They have, we got Alarmist. There's just no end to the premium beer that we find out there right now. It's a good time to be a beer drinker and to enjoy beers. It really is. Like, we're just so fortunate. Like, with weed, with marijuana in Illinois, preferably. Oh my God, I smell my fucking work. Oh my, I smell the shitters. Is anybody in the chat? Still nobody in the fucking chat. I don't even know why I do this stuff. Like, I have no idea why I do this. Like, I still continue to put myself out there, and I get it. Maybe it's just me. I'm not a liked person. Maybe I'll go back. I need to go just do the. But that's a lot of work, people. It's a lot of work. The voiceover and the way that I did it with the animations, it's a lot of work for the views. I just don't have the patience for that anymore. I just can't do it. I would do it for somebody else if they paid me to do it, but to do it for free, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I prefer that better, because I didn't want to be the focus. I could be the voice maybe, but I didn't want to be the focus viscerally. I didn't want to be the focus of that. But that chances are that's just way. Like, that's why I went to live, because I didn't necessarily want to be live. It's just quicker. I could give the same information, provide the same value live on the fly as I would in the voiceovers in terms of MMA. And you just can't do that with cigars and beer. Like, so that was the whole point. Like, and maybe I need to, like, well, whatever. Like, nobody's here. So it doesn't, nobody's here. Cheers. Cheers. Mm, man. 8.5 all day. 8.5 all day. It's not in a 9 Club because it has a little citrus, a little grapefruit. So it has three, right? It has three flavors, but it's just not so pronounced. And it's not, but it's highly drinkable. Highly drinkable. Like, it's a guzzling kind of hazy IPA, which is dangerous. Like, I can knock out a 6-pack of this stuff in an hour less. Like, it's so drinkable. It's not strong. The IPA character of it is very mellow or tame. So you give it to somebody that is not a big IPA person, and you give it to them, and they're gonna fucking be able to, like, oh wow, that was pretty good. So it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. We're here in the chat. Nobody is fucking still here. I'm not gonna smoke that cigar until I get like a cigar enthusiast in here. Otherwise, I'm just gonna smoke my bait. I'm gonna drink my beer, and I'm not gonna, because I have a great cigar. I have that La Aurora Maduro Bellicoso had a plume on it. It's already pluming. I've been aging for like 8 months, and I got that shit on sale. I bought them all when they were like, oh shit, the last 4 of them. Grab that shit up over there at Benny's. I keep telling people, when you see that shit, that yellow tag, just like at Home Depot, they have a certain tag, that yellow tag, or where you see that like clearance tag, whatever it is, if you need that shit, scoop it up. It don't matter where you're at. You scoop that shit up. That's the best price you could ever get on that. Like, that Bellicoso, man, it's worth, that thing was like, I think they were like $23, and I paid like 9. I paid like 9, if not less. Like, it was like 80% off. Like, I've never seen that in my life. That's why I grabbed the last 4 or 3 of them. And they're beautiful. I mean, I could go out and grab them. I could go out and grab it and show it to you guys. In fact, maybe I'll do that right now. Just to show you, and then we'll go back out and smoke it. There's nobody here. You guys can hear me. Right? Let me go outside. Oh yeah, now there's a cloud. Yeah, I think it was the sun where I had a lot of technical difficulties earlier. Man, this Maduro, and the plume is almost gone because it was in the sun a little bit, and chances are you're not going to notice it at all anyways in the camera. There's a couple characteristics or a couple things that I want you to notice about the Bellicoso. Give me a moment here. Let me put this beer, this one that was outside, back in the fridge or freezer. I had two of these beers already waiting to be outdoors. So I got to get me a fresh Frosty over here. Put it over here to the side. So yeah, you're not going to be able to see the plume on this Bellicoso. There's still hints of it that I can see. Is there a bug by me? Yeah, I'm like Trump, like, get the fucking bug around me. Like, it's very hard to see that plume. But there is a slight hint of plume. And plume and mole are quite different, very different. Like, there were white spots, and earlier there were white spots, but I had it in the sun. And it smells funky. It has that perfect aging to it. And you know what's great about the Bellicoso? See, do not get confused, guys. Bellicosos are, this is not the side that you smoke, right? This is the lighting side, even though it's open, right? It makes sense because you need to cut it. You need to cut the side that you want to draw from. This is the open lit side, so it's going to light very evenly and smooth. Only the best rollers this, and we're going to cut this, and my preference is the V cutter on these Bellicosos, right? A V cutter, and it's going to be very slight. I want to keep this point. I don't want to shove it all in, and I want to eliminate that point. I want to keep as much of this point as possible because I want it to be very pungent in one particular location. So be very cautious. Look at what the cigar is. Even though La Aurora, look at the band, right? Like you might assume, oh, I'm going to do it from this way because I could read the label. No, it's you always smoke from the closed end. The closed end, right? Not the opened end. Always smoke from the closed end. Very, very, it seems like common sense, but I've made the mistake myself. People, I've made the mistake myself. So this is what we're going to smoke. Maybe I got enough time to smoke it. I do have enough time to smoke it. We're going to go outside. We're going to smoke this thing. Let me finish this beer and we'll start the other beer outside. But man, I need some participation here. This is hard work, guys. When I have nobody, when I have nobody to feed off of, and I'm just sort of here live, it's not fun. It's just not fun. I'm still gonna smoke this, but look at this. Look at this fucking cigar. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, and had plume on it. Even though it's like had plume, it doesn't feel soft. It feels a little dry, right? And I don't understand that. Maybe internally, and I need to get one of those internal readers, those meters that rate the humidity inside the cigar. I'm gonna get one of those for you. Oh, what I also like is like I could just remove the band so easily, but I'm gonna keep the band there for a while. And I'll keep it there just to hold it and just for views or for aesthetics purpose. So I'm reminded of what it is. But what a beautiful band. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that band. Beautiful. La Aurora makes underrated, beautiful fucking cigars, man. They make some good ass shit. And a lot of people don't like respect them enough. República Dominicana. La Aurora, great cigar. Awesome. That's what we're going to have the Maduro. Mm. Yeah, I can see the plume falling off on the table here. You guys can't see that. And I'm surprised that it's not very highly humidified. Maybe there was just enough to accumulate on the wrapper. I know nothing of this cigar except that I got it on sale. Again, guys, when you go on Binny's and you see that yellow tag, look at what it is. And if it's sort of okay, fucking jump on it. And I rarely go to Binny's. I wanted to go to my Norwood Royal Cigars, my local tobacconist today, but there was a time crunch and money crunch. I was like, well, I'll just buy some better beer. We're drink some beer and not have to Uber over there because I don't drive right now. And hopefully my store credits are still good. I don't know how I got these store credits. I spent a couple $100, if not more than that, in that place, and then they gave me some store credit. Hopefully it's good for like past 6 months because it's been a while since I've been there because I have smokes and I'm trying to smoke through some of the stuff I have. But if you follow me, you know that all the shit I have, even this cigar, even though I got this at $7, this thing originally retailed at like $15, $16, maybe more. Yeah, it was like $15, $16. And this is a really nice cigar, guys. Like I already know the quality of it. I know because I trust La Aurora. It's a brand that I believe in. I understand the character, the workmanship or craftsmanship that goes into it, the process that they go through. Highly underrated. Highly underrated. Seems like, oh, it's a typical brand like Partagas, whether the Dominican Republic or in Cuba. Highly underrated. When La Aurora is one of the established brands that people overlook. now because everybody wants the boutique. Everybody's like looking for something new. But La Aurora, making cigars for half a century, great territories. And here's what I'm going to say. A lot of those boutique cigars probably use tobacco from a company like La Aurora. They have to source it from someplace, and they probably negotiate with La Aurora to get their tobacco. So that different brand that used to boutique, oh, the new, it might just be from Partagas. It might just be from Davidoff. It might be from La Aurora. It might be from one of the Arturo Fuente. It might be from one of the established bigger farms out in the Dominican Republic. You know, you got to source it, or like coffee, right? Brazil, biggest coffee maker in the world. If you could call up Brazil and you get a blend of coffee. You can start your own coffee company, but where are you going to get the beans from, right? You're going to get the beans from those locations. Like if you're here in the States, it's the same for a cigar. Like what crop you get, like in wine, the parcel of land and the batch of tobacco that you purchase means something. And having somebody to oversee that process is extremely important. And knowing what is there. I think that's like what Dumbarton does in Drew Estates, like American cigar companies that started here by tobacco and cigar enthusiasts that worked in the industry before and understand that, and that are overseeing it, or even in the wine business. Same thing with the beer is different. Beer is a little different because beer, yeah, the hops and all that matter. But beer, I think, is more of a blending process, a making process. Not a blending, but a making process. Like wine starts from the grape. And somebody like my beer guys would disagree with me. I don't think beers, they do start from the hops, but the water matters. The water matters, or else in the Midwest or in the Rockies, we wouldn't have that beer. Like you can't use like water from fucking Montana. You know, why don't they drink beer in Afghanistan or from somebody? Actually, they probably get some good beer in Afghanistan because they got mountains over there, right? The water matters and like other elements matter in beer making. Where cigar making and winemaking is a lot about the dirt. Like the dirt matters. Like the content and the quality of the dirt matters. Let me see if there's anybody in the chat still. Nobody's still in the fucking chat. Well, you know what? You know what's great is that I'm going to save this cigar. I ain't going to smoke this shit. I'm going to fucking drink with you guys here. I'm not going to sip and smoke. I ain't going to fucking smoke this by myself. I'm going to smoke. I want to smoke it with you people. So I'm going to save this cigar. I'm going to save this cigar for another time and let it age a little more, let it mature. Fuck you people. You know, that's what I'm saying. Fuck. That's why I got no fans. That's why I got no subscribers, because I say fuck you guys. You know, but I'm not gonna waste this incredible cigar and smoke. I deserve it, but I'm gonna have an incredible meal later on, and I could smoke this tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's gonna still be here tomorrow, and the live is gonna be here tomorrow. The channel's still gonna be here tomorrow, right? And I wanted to. I'm gonna preserve it because I'm a preservationist. I save stuff. I'm an Epicurean / antiquities person. I'm gonna save that shit. Oh, here's another note. Don't put these cigars down on cloth. Like I have a piece of cloth over here, like a dining thing. No, put it back. Just put it back on the table, on the wood. I mean, or whatever the table, let it be. Don't let the cloth absorb whatever moisture is there. I had that beer over here. Yeah, so there's that. So now it's just sip these Hazecrafts. Dude, that can looks sick. I'm into rockets. I've always been in rockets. I'm into aviation. I'm in the aviation industry. So I love all that shit. Fight or flight. Flight and fight. Flight and fight. That's a good idea. Flight and fight. I like that. I like that as a discussion topic. We're to have a flight and fight topic one time. We're going to discuss aviation. I'll tell you about like planes, or what I do know of planes, or we'll just like show some videos of planes and fighting. Like sip and smoke. Oh my God. Guys, highly drinkable. Highly drinkable. Do not buy this. Do not buy this because you're going to get drunk. Your girlfriend's going to be pissed. You're going to drink all 6 of them within like an hour. You're going to go back. Does that put it in the 9 club? I don't think we're going to give drinkability that credit. Just because it's highly drinkable and has good flavor, like a Bud Light's highly drinkable. I could drink a Bud Light. I could knock those. I could drink 20 of those. I could knock them back like in literally like less than a minute, 1 can of that. I can't do that to this, but I definitely could do that to a Bud Light or a Coors or some of these other beers. I definitely could guzzle one less than 30 seconds. I would say. I could do 2 in a minute. This I won't be able to do that. But it's for what it is, it's highly drinkable. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat still. Holy fucking Christ, man. Nobody in the chat. Oh, Smoke Break came in at one point. My brother, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry that I was there and I left. He was there. That guy's a guy. That dude's a G. Go check out Smoke Break 808. You know about Smoke Break 808 in Hawaii? Man, Hawaii Islands. Somebody smoking cigars over there, man. That's a dream of mine. I love smoking cigars in Mexico, and I feel such at peace on the beach, smoking a cigar, or even internally when I'm walking the streets of Mexico. To do that in Hawaii, that's a bucket list. That's a bucket list for me. Maybe like we're Smoke Break. I'm glad he took my advice and started seeing the plants, taking some photos of the plant. Like his latest content is just insane. It's so good. His content is so good. Because he's such a mellow person who honors what I would like to be about like cigar smoking and just life in general, just mellow, right? Like I'm so high strung because I'm a high strung person that's why I smoke cigars. And I'm too enraptured sometimes about like, even with the beer, for example, let's remember the beer, the Hazecraft. It's too much sometimes about like giving you interpretations, right? And not enjoying it. It's not a fake narrative, but that I provide a narrative. Oh man, that is actually a very soft beer. That's a very good beer. Like it's so soft. It has a light creaminess, very light with a fantastic that after finish, that haze, the hop finish after very very subtle citrus and grapefruit, very subtle, and then the hop finish isn't strong. It's like a soft IPA. Like you don't find these that often. Like it's not common to find these, and I think I've had a couple of them, in very few and far between. That's what makes it very like drinkable and gives it that high drinkability. Do buy this, but don't buy it. Like, dude, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna fucking like you could guzzle this stuff, but the soft character to it and the soft finish is just fantastic. It's a very, very good beer. Very happy with this. We're still going to leave it at 8.5. It's not in the 9 club, again, because it just doesn't have the diversity in the flavor palette. I can't give it a 9 just because of drinkability. It just. I mean, my rating, my standards got to be something, right? It should be in the 9 Club. And if you are not used to IPAs, if you don't want that heavy IPA, strong, robust character, this is like compared to cigars. This is a Connecticut shade of IPAs, right? This is the Connecticut shade of IPAs right there. Like that's what it is. Light, soft, light creaminess. Not super creamy. That's the problem also why I can't give it a 9 because it's not creamy IPA. Like you made a creamy IPA, which I think we've had before. Guys, look at my previous videos. You've seen me review a lot of different beers, a lot of different cigars. I think if we have a library of what to all we want to choose from. I think I've only had 1 or 2 cigars I didn't like, or 1 or 2 beers that I didn't like, over how many hundreds or whatever videos that I've made. Go look at what I've put before. That is crazy. My boy was like, my boy. Where's my chat? Nobody's in the chat again, man. You know what? This shit is hard without you people. I keep going and going and going. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Is this full? No, it's empty. Yeah, it's challenging. What should I discuss next? What do I want to discuss? I want to discuss pasta. I think that there's like I was looking at this channel, and the guy's in Montreal, and man, he makes he's in Montreal, and he's making such good pasta. Or ramen, which is also pasta. One is like I would wonder what soup he has over there in Montreal. Because ramen, and they have a dry ramen that the Korean, he's a Korean guy making Japanese ramen, and he had a dry ramen. Oh my God. And what's great about watching the video is that you also see like the way he uses chopsticks to grab the meat and the ramen and the veggies. Like you learn also, this is a very big take that I had, is you learn actually how to eat the food, right? Like a lot of times, like we don't think about that. Like how do you eat the food, right? Like you could just grab a little bit of the ramen, and there's no uh, set thing to it. But when you see the way the chef, he prepares it in the way he wants you, and that's the same with this guy in Montreal. Dude, he even made shit. What was the Sambuca Rosso sauce? Like, and he put some cream in it that pissed people off. He doesn't care. Like he even said it. He like, oh, I don't care that people get upset that I make this sauce, or I put cream into the Sambuca sauce. And everything he makes, like I love how he cooks the temperature, and same with the Japanese, how they understand temperature, texture, like man, that's why I understand now. Like when I remember when I worked in the restaurant, and somebody sent the salmon back, right? There was some salmon made, and the guy made the salmon perfect. I could see it. It was like, oh, it's perfect salmon. He fucking dug in his nose, fucking pulled out a booger, and fucking put it in the goddamn salmon, mixed it around, hid the fucking booger because he was pissed. The chef was pissed, you know, or the cook. You call him a cook, but he was a chef. He was trained. He fucking put that booger in that fucking thing, cooked it up. You know, after he cooked it up, he cooked it. You know, put a booger in there and just laughed. I saw him do it. He just laughed. I laughed too. I was like, I didn't say shit because I agree with them. Like I get beyond the insult. It's like when you return something, like the owner of the restaurant could be like, hey, you cooked this improperly. But the owner of the restaurant knew that he didn't cook it improperly, that the customer didn't know what they wanted because they wanted like salmon basically overcooked, like dry, and like with no red or whatever, no, not even no, like no with yeah, with no red, fully pink. Like then order poached. Even then, it's problematic. But yeah, he put a booger in it. Oh man, he's on camera too. He was on camera putting the booger in, but yeah, I loved it. I loved it because like myself, like here's my recommendation to you people: if something that you were served came out the way that you didn't want to, order something else. That's my lesson to you guys. My biggest take of today, or my lesson of today, if you ordered some a pasta dish that like, oh, this is undercooked or this is whatever, order something. Order your second choice. Make them refire something completely different. Do not have them cook or recook or re-prepare the same thing. Order something else. Learned that decades ago. Like if they didn't, even if it was a steak, it was a ribeye. You know what? Give me the porterhouse, and I'll take the porterhouse and charge for. Here's your ribeye. Give me the porterhouse, medium. You know what I mean? Medium rare or rare, right? A steak or whatever it is, pasta. If it isn't to your liking, do not have them re-prepare it. Like order something else and wait. That's my advice to you. That's my advice. Still nobody in the chat. Fuck. The sunglasses look good though. I like the sunglasses. They have a they ooh, what's that? Interesting. They don't have the blue that I wanted, but they still look good. It's your boy, Roberto. Wanted to talk about beer and cigars, but nobody's in here. Nobody's in the chat. And I said, I mean it. If nobody's going to be in the chat, I'm not going to smoke the cigar, even though I have like another hour or two free before dinner. And I could still smoke the cigar. I'd like to smoke it with you guys, but there's nobody here. So what's the point? I don't even know. I don't even know why I keep this on my fucking stream or on my channel. I just got to do it for the algorithm. You know, like you can't be delete. I deleted so many chats or so many lives where nobody participated, and I'm just talking. I just deleted it because it's like, oh, it's just me drinking. So, you know, why am I gonna keep that on my fucking channel? Like tons of videos that way, right? So, yeah, it's just a challenge, guys. Without you people, and without hey, somebody finally came up. Yo, Ray. Yo, what's up, Ray? Finally somebody came up. Thanks for joining Ray again. Is this my boy Ray? Lefty Ray? He went with about better. Ray pissed. Why you get pissed, Ray? Why you pissed? Don't be pissed, Ray. Love life, man. Gotta be more humble. You know, life is a struggle. We get it. But, you know, how you approach it is better, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up, brother? Yes, sir. Oh, is that Ray? Is this Ray? I don't know which Ray this is, but he's good. What's up, Ray? You with about better. If you're the chef guy, would you agree with me, Ray, that do not, if you return your dish, my point was, I just mentioned earlier, if you return your dish, it's better to order a new dish. Say, I don't want this anymore, and I'm going to have this, rather than have them refire your previous dish or augment your dish. Say, nope, this wasn't to my liking. You know what? I'll take the porterhouse. Do you agree with me, Ray? What do you say, Ray? Ray might be a chef. Ray's a chef. He knows what he's talking about, right? Like, let's see what Ray says. But you know, that's my opinion and my preference. If I don't like something that I was served, I'm not going to order. I'm going to like take that away and give me this, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is, Ray. Yeah, it's gonna be overcooked in the microwave, or like I was saying earlier, Ray, what my friend did, or when I worked in a restaurant, like this woman, I mentioned the story earlier, she, or even a beer, like, oh, my beer isn't frosty. They just swirl it with their finger, like, boom, and then give it back to them. So what my boy did was, oh, my salmon was undercooked, so he refired it. He put it back in the same piece of fish into the pan. He didn't put it in the microwave, but he put it in the pan, and then he took his fucking finger, got a big old booger, and smashed it right into her salmon. And he looked dead at me, and I just smiled, and he smiled too. He laughed. He's like, he was pissed because he was a chef. Like, he knew what he was cooking. He cooked the salmon the way that we cook the salmon. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? It's not supposed to be overcooked and dry. She wanted it overcooked and dry. And so he put the booger in there, add a little bit more sauce, like the little dill sauce or whatever to it. And the booger was in there. And I bet it was a big booger because he was digging in there. He was digging in there quite a bit. So, yeah, that's my thing. I learned that lesson. Especially your high-end restaurant, if there is anything, I'm not a chef, bro. I'm a shitter. I work in the shit world. I still cook. You know what? I'm inspired by like YouTube and TikTok. All these guys that aren't chefs. Like, my brother's a chef. Like, Jose's a chef. Like, Jose can cook. And I can't even catch up to him. I can't even catch up to you, Ray, but I can make some good shit. You know what I mean? But I don't have the occasions or I should do that more, but I don't have the community to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would make more better food. Like, I made some fresh salsa actually almost 2 weeks ago. I roasted the peppers, the poblano. I roasted, the garlic. I threw it in there with a little fucking lime. Put it in the food processor. That salsa was fucking, with some cilantro. That shit is fucking dope. Like a green one, a green salsa. Salsa. Is it, no, salsa verde? Yeah, salsa verde. I'm a little buzzed. I'm talking about this beer. The little salsa verde that I made was fucking fire, bro. That shit was dope. It was almost like a chimichurri. I could put fucking. See, that's the other thing I do, Ray, and you might disagree with me. I'll take that salsa. Like, right now, it's in the fridge. A little bit, it's in this fridge, right? What does he say? I don't remember that steak, bro. But um, uh, what I'd like to do, or what I can do, is take that like old salsa, right? I already know it's in the fridge, right? I'll still get some more garlic. I'll still get a little bit more cilantro, or you could convert it. You know what I mean? To a chimichurri. You get some parsley, a lot of parsley, right? A little basil. Put that shit in the food processor, even though it's a little old. Bam, you got it's fresh again. You know what I mean? And you put that as a chimichurri already, because it already has the jalapenos. It's got some poblano, garlic, lime. It's been in there. You don't need to add any other liquid. No more shit, and you're good. Which Ray Piss is this? I didn't make you any steak. You made the steak, Ray. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, like, that's another thing I do. I'll take something old, if it could be reprocessed, especially like a thing like salsa, because it's like already has the base. It already has like the damn. What's up with my eye right here? I'm gonna have to look in the mirror in a little bit. It looks white. They didn't fuck me up. My barber didn't fuck me up. My shit looks good. You know what I mean? My shit looks good. My stuff looks good. Yeah, yeah. It's nothing wrong. Ray pissed. What? Hey, Ray, I'll cook for you, but you're the chef. You should cook for us. You know what? I prefer to cook for you next time, Ray. You come over. Because I understand. Here's the thing, Ray. Like, and my brother doesn't get this, and he could hear me. Like, I don't like cleaning. I used to clean for a living, right? I don't like roofing. I used to roof for a living, right? We don't want to do the things that we do. I don't like moving. We don't like to do the things that we've done for a living on our off days. I'd rather pay some other fool to do the shit that I do to do it. Even though I could do it better, I'm going to have them do it. And a lot of people don't agree with me, but I don't want to do this shit, man. I don't want to clean. I was a janitor before. I was a cleaner before. Right? I'm a shit cleaner now. I don't want to clean shit at home when I clean shit at work all fucking day. So I don't want to do my work at home. And a lot of people disagree with me. But that's just my style. And I learned that from a guy in Canada. And I thought he was stupid for doing it. And he didn't get the best work done. And he always like complained about the people doing the work for him and shit. But I developed that fucking mentality of I don't want to do my work on my days off. Right? For free. I'd rather just go back to work. I'll go to work and then I'll pay somebody to do the other shit that I need to be done that I do. If I'm going to clean shit, then I'm going to get paid to do it. I'm going to go back to work. And I'll pay the other person to clean my shit. Right? At the same time. We're both cleaning shit at the same time and are getting paid for it. Like even if you're as a homeowner, sometimes you have to leave it in the hands of the professional. Let other people pay the price. You people do not understand the value of what their leisure time is. I want the leisure time to have a beer with you guys, smoke a cigar. Right? That's what I want as leisure time. I don't want to fucking do work, mow the fucking lawn, fucking landscape, fucking fix the door, this all shit, boom, 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 boom. Especially when you make money. I don't want to do none of that shit. I have no interest in doing any of that right now. I'm happy sitting on my ass having the beer right now because I earned that shit. That's what you earn. Right? And it, even if I don't, I pay in that, or if I paid some motherfucker to come and do something, I'll watch them today, but I'm going into work tomorrow. That's the way I do my shit. I'll go into work tomorrow. Like, oh shit, I paid this motherfucker $200 to do this shit, man. I gotta go to work tomorrow. That's the way I do shit. And I can still smell the shit at work. It's one thing that maybe I'm gonna quit work is the residual. Oh, hopefully my lungs are okay. Hurt myself. My residuals. We only got Ray in the chat, so I'm not going to smoke this cigar. They're not going to smoke it, people. Fuck you. Hate to swear at my fans, but nobody. If you made it this far, you are about better, and when you made it this far, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be listening to me this amount of time, which is fine. So I'm not begging people. I'm not begging people for money like all these other live people and doing this and that or expecting all this shit. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I want to get better at cooking, and it's tough because I'm not around a stove. I'm not, and that sounds like stupid, but I live below the floors. He lives in a basement. I live in a basement. I don't have a self-sufficient kitchen with flame and water. It's it is what it is, but it's helped me get better at being a cook for sure. For sure, because you have to improvise, use other tools, other appliances, and it's helped me for sure. But once I get a kitchen, even bigger than this kitchen one day, and I hope to have that. I doubt it, but even that, I'm still going to be prepared. I'm still going to be prepared. I'm still having the right tools. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Ray, thank you, Ray, for coming in. Rapist. I didn't even think that Ray was remembered like how he subscribed to me, but hey, thank you, Ray. Hopefully you subscribed. I have to almost go outside. Let me go outside and grab my phone. It's here. It's here. Positive comments from my nephew. You know, positive comments. You know what I mean? Like, even in a shitty situation, he's like, "Yo, just do a good job. Do you, and move up." You know, that's important. And I got people at my work, my new job, saying the same thing. You know, like just do you. And we need you. I love that about this job. Like even one person that says, and he's right. He's right because they have like 95%, 99% attrition, meaning like out of basically everybody who walks in the door quits. Almost all of them. And but the guys that work there, they because their benefits and they need people. I disagree with him in one sense where if I were a general manager, I would hire more people and make the work more thin, eliminate overtime. Like everything, all my philosophies don't, or my business logic doesn't work in today's environment. And I think it's pretty much because these corporations, people are so acclimated to being robotic and accepting the status quo where they don't, and they're making money themselves where they don't want to share or it's not even sharing is where they don't they think the business logic is a certain way. Like Elon Musk is for example the opposite of business that I would do. Right? Like I would saturate labor. Like I would eliminate overtime by saturating production. Like increase production, have more people, less overtime, um, increase production. Um, I don't care about the breaks if there's that. Like that's what China does. Just throw a mass of people at it. Throw a mass of people at the problem, and that way the labor's cheap because it just keeps going. Oh, you're sick today? Don't worry. I got fucking 5 people behind you that are fucking ready to go. That are gonna pick up the slack. And that's the way it is there. Is that way not just because of like it's just more efficient. Like my efficiency model does not fit with what America does. Like I'd rather like take this home for example. You could hire one person to clean it all day for what is it, like 200 whatever dollars, or you could hire five people to clean it for $300. I'd rather have the five people to clean it for 300 than the one person. Right? That's my model. And it seems like because those five people, I'm gonna find out where my medium is because that one person's gonna take 8 hours, right? They're gonna make fucking $300 and they're gonna take 8 hours. The five people are gonna take 2 hours, 3 hours for the same price. And then I could send them to another spot, those same five people. Most people don't think that shit. Managers, the production side of today's economy doesn't even think that way anymore. They just see the number. Like five people, that's going to cost me X amount. I can't afford, like, wait. They just see because they're so, corporate America is so consumed with the price of labor rather than the product of labor that America is losing. That's why we're losing. That's why we're losing. America's losing because people do not understand the efficiency of labor. Especially with labor, like not with, and production, right? If you have, and I get it, some industries you can't have a backup, right? If there's like, you should still have a backup. Like in certain production companies, and I think those are antiquities, right? Those are older companies, the older iron company, one guy working a machine, he might have a backup, but not. Maybe there is one backup because he's an older machine, but not in today's age. In today's production era, like, we don't need that shit. So that was my only adverse feeling of the person, like one of my trainers and somebody. I like the dude. I like that dude. Jesus, man. Jesus, man, you watch this thing. I still disagree with you. I'd rather have like 10 drivers, 10 people working. I'd eliminate overtime, pay you more, right? And I know I'm right about this. Pay you more, increase your salary, increase retention. So it's not 99% attrition. It's 50% attrition because 50% are not going to make it. They can't do what we do. Not everybody is equipped to do what I do. And I can do everything. That's the difference between me. I've already done a lot of shit. I do everything. Even the job I'm doing right now, you guys don't, most of you will not be able to do this job within 4 hours. You cannot drive in an airfield, active airfield, with planes and cars, right? Number one, can't do that. And you think you do it for another company, you're not doing it over where I'm doing it. You're not going to do it, right? Number one. Number two, you're not going to physically be capable of doing it, right? Number two, you're physically going to be capable of doing it. And logically, number three, you're not going to be able to keep up with the pace. That's logically, like working labor off a phone, on command. And number four, actually, that should have been number one. We're doing shit. I do laboratory work. I do it shit. Hazardous materials, right? Like nobody wants to work with hazardous materials. You're like, oh, I get hepatitis from this shit. I fucking get all this other stuff. Nobody wants to work with that, right? That's number one. So number one, hazardous materials. Number two, active airfield, driving. Number three, rapid pace. Number four, what's number four? We'll bring a number four in there. like all safety is covering all of them. We need number 4, work. Rapid pace, yeah, and then you work those full hours. And number 5, I don't know what number 5 would be. I wish I had number 5. I wish I had number 5 for you people, but I mean, even though I don't look it, I'm feeling better. I'm getting into better shape. You know, I'm working hard. Bless my brothers, bless my new peoples, all my new subscribers. We ain't discussing MMA. We'll get some picks. Maybe I'll just on the down low, I provide the picks to my guys in my locker room. You know what I mean? You know, until you join the locker room, we're going to be behind the paywall or on a paywall. Nobody's here fucking chatting it up and shit. So I got to maybe keep my picks to myself. You know what I mean? Nobody respected the bout better. So maybe I got to like just keep my picks and share my picks with my boys now. That's the way it's going to be. That's the paywall. Until you guys come up, start chatting, start participating, hit up the likes, comments, and subscribing. I'm going to fucking stick with my dudes that, and, you know, I'm going to give them, people I work with, opportunities to make more money. And if I fail, then I have to answer to them. And I deal with them directly. You know what I mean? I have to deal with them directly instead of you guys, instead of the public like this. Because it's not even that it's not paying off. I would like to have a cigar right now. I want to have a cigar, but nobody's here. It's like I wanted to share something with you guys, and we sort of shared. It is true. It is true. It's your boy, the Bout Better, Roberto, giving you the best picks in beer, in cigars, MMA, sip and smoke. Even though we didn't talk any MMA today, you know what? It doesn't matter. You guys, nobody was here. Man. It's your boy. It's your boy. Hit him up. For the real. Washroom's here. Kitchen's there. Stove's there. Peeing.com. Somebody owns that website, peeing.com, and they fucking pee. And I gotta wash my hands over here. It's your boy, Roberto, with the picks, with the beers, with the cigars, always going. Nobody's in the chat. Ray, stop participating. It's okay. It's your beer. It's your boy. Hazecraft. Damn, I got. Dude, these are actually like really strong. Ow. Hazecraft. How do you judge cold? Hazecraft, it's your boy. You saw that toss? You guys saw that toss, huh? You guys saw that toss, eh? Hey, ow, goddamn TV. I don't know how he does this shit. Oh my God. It's your boy, the Bout Better, the fat ass. I'm gonna have some pasta tonight. Like, what kind of pasta I want to have is the question. You know, what kind of pasta I want to have. Ooh-wee, chee-wee-wee, chee-wee. Gee wee wee. Look at that. Look at that nice, frothy. Yeah, soft. Again, guys, very soft. Like, this would have been a good cigar with it, but you know what? Nobody's in the chat. We're not fucking smoking the fucking La Aurora tonight, all right? We're not smoking that shit. You guys are assholes. Actually, not you guys, but let's call Josh. Let's call my boy. Actually, I ain't gonna call him. I'm gonna fucking call somebody on live for what? Guys, you guys make this very. Everybody makes this. It's not very difficult. I'm complaining about not smoking a cigar and drinking like an 8.5 fucking beer. Right? Let's put Josh on live. Let him know. Let's call Josh and put him on live. Oh, man.
What up, Big Bird?
What up? I'm alive. You're on live. They could hear you.
What?
I'm having a Hazecraft. Hello?
Yeah, that's all for fine and dandy, but why are you calling me when you're live, bud?
What's wrong with that? You're on live. You're all good.
Man, it's just...
What do you want to talk? You want to talk about something personal?
No, bud.
All right.
Something why my leak. Do you see me in front of a TV? Do you see me in front of a monitor?
I can't see you at all. It doesn't matter.
Have some respect, bud.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
There's no reason to be live and calling me.
I'm not banging a bitch and shit. You're not my girlfriend. My wife.
That's correct. That's correct.
Right? Like, that's a disrespecting. That's like, what are you doing? You answer the phone when you're banging a bitch or something like that? We're not doing that.
You're over there enjoying your day off. You're enjoying the festivities. You're knee deep in.
I'm trying to be knee deep in. I'm trying to be. I didn't have my cigar.
Sounds like you are, bud.
I wish I had the cigar, but nobody was in the chat. This Hazecraft's good though, bro. The Great Lakes.
Great Lakes?
Yeah.
They know what they're doing down there. Is that Wisconsin?
No, I think Great Lakes is right here in Illinois, I think. Good question.
Sounds like Wisconsin, bud. Well, call me when you finish up, man. I just want to have a normal conversation if possible.
Dude, they're from Cleveland, Ohio now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They don't even have a Great Lake over there. The Great Lakes are over
No,
here.
they used to be in Michigan.
Yeah, I figured.
No, like that's what I was telling the people I was talking earlier. Like, we had the water here, but maybe people move, or maybe the Ohio's cheaper to just do business.
Call me when you're not live, bud.
Whatever. All right. I can't even get my friends to fucking talk. You know what I mean? The fuck's going on? Who's there? Who's around? Nobody's here. I'm glad I saved this La Aurora cigar for another time. Oh, oh. Oh, I accidentally called Josh. All right, I'm gonna drop this stream because nobody's actually participating. So if you made it this far, you are about better. And thank you, thank you. If you made it this far, if you even listen to any of this, you're about better. Thank you so much. I'm gonna drop the stream. Thank you very much.